continues to shine down. The commentary box getting warmer and warmer with every race here at Ellough Park. I think that's just because the action is hotting up on circuit now that the finals have started. 5 more of those, 2 more heat races. We are about to go racing then for Sayamoto Minibike 140 Group A. The grid gets themselves into position. 5 then to second place, Ryan Tyres. Alongside him, that looks to be the 123 of Reece Stevenson. Certainly the common theme here at British Minibikes. There's not many races that doesn't have Reece Stevenson or Ryan Tyres in it. They finish one race, swap the bike out in another class. And we are about to go racing in the second final of Group A for the Minibike 140. Just waiting for one rider to join the back of the pack. Just like this one has been, I'm just asking what size bikes. These ones in particular are any Supermoto or Mini GP with a maximum seat height of 84 centimetres. They can still see up to the red light though, and we are away and racing in the Sayamoto Minibike Group A final as they head down towards the first corner at Degner. Stevenson then looks to have still grabbed the lead from his pole position berth, holding off Ryan Tyres, and their battle across multiple races and multiple different bike types throughout the day looks set to resume here at Ellough Park. Stevenson then continuing out at the front to lead the way in that battle of 8 laps in this final. Group A then for the Sayamotos, the same bikes that were out 10 minutes ago. Group A expected to be slightly quicker based off the previous experiences of the organisers and the lap time set in qualifying yesterday, splitting the grid here. Such a large entry of the Sayamoto Minibike 140s. It's the same with the 160s as well later on for their finals. Such a big grid that we split them into 2. There's the confirmation then of the timing screen as they come through. Reece Stevenson leads the way on bike 123. Ben Lord has moved up into second place, then Ryan Tyres third, Will Lathrope fourth, Jim Lovell, Richard Holmes-Williams, Mick Lord, Daniel Pearson, Michael Menn and Chase Collymore round out the top 10. Not many changes on that opening lap. Collymore and Butler, the only 2 runners making up the 1 place each at the expense of Darren Hall and Carl Sanders respectively. Stevenson has opened up a gap in the early stages of this final as Ben Lord and Ryan Tyres once again swap themselves round today. I think Lord may come over the line still in front. He does, as Reece Stevenson sets the fastest lap of the race as Lord and Tyres battle it out over second. Stevenson then 2/10 quicker. That is Ryan Tyres going down the inside of Ben Lord into the double apex right down at Shoemakers. Lord in the red, Tyres in the yellow. Tyres makes his way through and then uses all of the tarmac and the additional concrete of the former runway here on the site of the RAF Beccles to make the move stick down the inside into the final complex, to the Hull hairpin. They come round then the final complex of corners. The gap for the leader is starting to pull out a little bit, not as much as he'd have hoped. Even with Tyres overtaking Lord, the gap remains fairly stationary between the 2 of them. In fact, Tyres had a slightly quicker lap, so that's certainly going to be good for his confidence. But he has 4.5 laps now to try and close up a gap that's 1 second to Reece Stevenson as the battle for 4th, 5th and 6th sees all of them running out onto the concrete rumble strip as well. Now Ryan Tyres is starting to close in on Reece Stevenson and looks to have chomped a huge bite out of that 1 second lead that Stevenson had at the start of this lap. We are halfway through the race and the gap has dropped by over half a second now. Reece Stevenson, Ryan Tyres and Ben Lord. There's the gap battle for 4th place as Lathrope runs Holmes-Williams all the way to the inside of the circuit and more, and may have opened the door as well for Jim Lovell to come through. He has. So trying to defend his place. Will Lathrop gives up one but gets it straight back, forcing Jim Lovell wide. Both of them, though, have succumbed to the pressure of Richard Holmes-Williams, who moves up into 4th place and has already moved off into the distance of those that battle for the lead. Now sees Ryan Tyers down the inside of Rhys Stevenson into Holmes, and we've got a change for the lead with 3 laps remaining in the Sayamoto Minibike 140 race final here. Ryan Tyers has got through on Rhys Stevenson. Confirmation on the timing stacker down the left hand side. Holmes-Williams as well goes green as he moves up into 4th place, 2 seconds behind Ben Lord. Battle for the lead then. That's Lord in 3rd, in the red, Tyers in the yellow, the black rider in the black suit in the middle of them. Rhys Stevenson won the 123, trying to keep Ryan Tyers honest as they approach 75%, 3/4 race distance here in this Minibike 140 Championship final, sponsored as well by Pit Bike Parts, who are a provider of the Sayamoto Minibike. Make their way then over the line. Next time they come over this line, it will be to see the last lap board as there's a move then down the inside for Stevenson. Tyers chops across the front of Stevenson's tyre and remains in the lead. Stevenson, though, sets his personal best, fastest lap of the race on the previous one. Still half a second below the fastest lap of the race set by Ryan Tyers. That was just the lap where he chopped over half a second out of Rhys Stevenson's lead. So Ryan Tyers, Rhys Stevenson, Ben Lord, the top 3. The 2 leaders have started to pull away ever so slightly. We've got a rider down there just off the circuit, not quite sure where that is actually. There's a yellow flag, I think it's on the outside of Degnall 1, being covered that under yellow flag situation. Rider, I think he's trying to pick that bike up, is he? With Marshall is going to make his way up down from Marshall's post 2. We're going to start the last lap. The 2 leaders are still chopping and changing and arguing over tarmac. Ryan Tyers and Rhys Stevenson are leading the way with half a lap remaining. Round Shoemakers for the final time. Down then into the heavy braking zone. Will Stevenson try and move down on Tyers into the Hulme hairpin? He can't. Both riders running out over the concrete rumble strip, back onto the tarmac as they then approach O'Rossi's round the left. The right hand flick then of Clinton's. Probably going to be one final opportunity. The back marker moves out of the way. Good riding there. Will Stevenson send it down the inside? He can't. And Ryan Tyers looks like he's going to have this one wrapped up. Stevenson gets a good run out of the final corner though. Will they get to the line side by side? They won't. Ryan Tyers is going to win the final by 0.024 of a second. Stevenson did get a run. If he had 2 extra metres before the finish line, he'd have probably taken the victory, but it doesn't. It goes to the 55 of Ryan Tyers. Rhys Stevenson and Ben Lord complete the podium in Group A of the Sayamoto Minibike 140 Championship. Holmes-Williams gets 4th. Lathrop, Lovell, Lord, Collymore, Pearson and Butler complete the top 10.